Welcome to the channel, and today we'll be examining some of the best bars on Eminem's verse on Boogie's Rainy Days, and Eminem's 2019 is looking great so far. Just a few days ago, we made a video about Eminem breaking a record in 2019, a record that Eminem is also likely to extend before 2019 is over. And if you missed that, click the link that pops up now. As we dive into Eminem's verse, remember to subscribe if you're new to the channel and turn on notifications. Eminem starts his verse by describing just how delusional it is for people who claim Eminem has been irrelevant since the Eminem Show. And based on the reaction this verse has gotten on social media, it shows just how hip-hop fans these days don't know how to connect the dots. You know how crazy it is to hear that a shepherd is sleeping with his sheep? That's how it sounds when someone says he's been hurting his legacy since the Eminem Show.
Left my legacy hurt? Fucking absurd. Like a shepherd having sex with his sheep. Fuck what you heard.
Skip the emotions and get in touch with facts. The last two hip-hop albums to sell over 10 million copies worldwide are by who again? Eminem with Recovery and the Marshall Mathers LP2. If you don't like the albums, good for you, but most hip-hop fans around the world make these two albums the most demanded in the past decade. Even based on the often useless critical reception when it comes to Eminem, MMLP2 is rated in the 70s on Metacritic, same with the Eminem Show and the Marshall Mathers LP. To think he's hurting his legacy is absurd, really, and based on delusions, and Eminem describes how this is crazy like a shepherd having sex with his sheep, and herd at the end of that bar is also a homophone for herd. Eminem then plays on the term woke to describe that this might be a good time to bring back the Slim Shady persona that's been asleep for a while for the most part of 10 years since Relapse released in 2009, and it's 2019, so hell yeah.
Fuck it, I thought this might be a good time to put woke me to rockabye. I got the bottle of NyQuil right here.
NyQuil is a cough syrup that Eminem in the past used to get high, and woke in that bar is also in reference to Eminem hinting at putting the progressive thinking political side we saw on Revival to sleep to bring back the persona that just didn't give a fuck. The Slim Shady version of him has been asleep, and Eminem refers to the 1997 Slim Shady EP cover that shows Slim Shady punching the mirror.
You want the sleep me to wake, you want Slim Shady EP this on the CD cover sock in my mirror.
This was Eminem's breakout CD that caught the attention of Dr. Dre and Jimmy, which is Eminem implying that Slim Shady is breaking out again. I have talked about the possibility of a Slim Shady LP2, and this is only building my anticipation, and this hints that his next project, even if it's not titled Slim Shady LP2, will be filled with tracks by Slim Shady, since it's time to put woke Eminem to sleep. It is also worth pointing out that woke Eminem was a career low point for Eminem based on his standards. Slim Shady, especially in the early days, was one nasty, foul-mouthed persona that was driving on the road with potholes filled with controversy but didn't give a damn. And unlike other celebrities that get called out for controversial lyrics who go on CNN or award shows to issue fake apologies to save their careers, Eminem has already warned us beforehand with this.
I promise not to cry crocodile tears if you end up shocked at my lyrics.
Eminem is no stranger to controversy, and even in Kamikaze he used language considered derogatory to a group when referring to Tyler, and even Medicine Man and Dr. Dre's Compton also ruffled some feathers, but Eminem has promised it's not going to go live, issuing apologies he doesn't really mean to please anyone shocked at his lyrics. Eminem then moves on to state that now we should all know that Marshall is dead since Slim Shady has taken over, and this is also a reference to the song Bad Guy that released in 2013 as the sequel to Stan, where his most humane side suffered the same fate as Stan at the hands of Stan's younger brother Matthew Mitchell.
Marshall is dead in the water, but not that I care. Drake said rock the boat and the dock is my peers.
After Revival was met with the reception it received from critics and fans, Eminem is at a point now where only Dr. Dre's opinion matters to him, and if you recall in the Sway interview, Eminem even stated that one song didn't make the album because Dr. Dre said it went too far. Eminem plays on words related to boats to describe this, as the phrase rock the boat means to say or do something to disturb an existing situation and upset people, which was what Eminem did after Revival with the release of Kamikaze. The Doc is my peer is also a play on words that mean several things. For instance, Dock here is referring to Dr. Dre, but is also a homophone for dock, which is an enclosed area of water in a port for loading, unloading, and repair of ships, which is Eminem playing on this definition to define what Dr. Dre has been to him throughout his career. In addition, Pierre in that bar means someone of the same age, status, or ability as another specified person, which is how Eminem views Dr. Dre. Furthermore, an older definition of Pierre is to come into view, which is Eminem also implying that Dre's point of view is the only one he cares about at the moment in his career. There's more to this since Eminem littered this verse with meanings all over the place. Pierre is also a homophone for Pier, which is a platform on pillars projecting from the shore into the sea, a structure that serves many purposes, including to be used as a landing stage for boats. So when Slim Shady goes berserk, Dr. Dre is the only one that can get him grounded. Kamikaze was the top-selling hip-hop album of 2018 despite releasing with no prior promotion, and all the attention was on Eminem once again, and Eminem dropped subtle references of these situations like when he first broke out in 1999.
It's unanimous, you're at attention, the planets listen and their banana splits again, which has its advantages, but when you got nothing to say except for the hand your dick is in.
When Eminem first met Dr. Dre, he was dressed in bright yellow jumpsuits similar to a banana. He caught the attention of the world, but critics considered his music to be immature and vulgar. And with Kamikaze, he was back at it again, after gaining global attention just like he did with the Slim Shady LP. And notice how this is Eminem playing on words that depict something immature. In addition, to have one's dick in one's hand is to be caught unexpectedly in a predicament in which you have no immediate solution, which is an accurate description of how critics were caught when Eminem released Kamikaze. Fans already made up their minds about the quality of the album before critics could do the social engineering. The description about critics having their dicks in their hands when Kamikaze released is supported by the next bars in the song when Eminem states "stick it in Janice Dickinson," and Dickinson is an American model who claims to be the first supermodel and also claimed that Bill Cosby assaulted her in 1982.
And if your plans are sticking and Janice Dickinson, imagine if your diazepam is kicking and it's having you panic stricken.
Temazepam is a drug used for the short-term treatment of insomnia, and Eminem's wordplay so far implies how critics were caught by surprise with his Kamikaze album and were left helpless. They weren't prepared for something from Eminem to give it forked reviews before it found its way to fans, and Eminem likens this situation to someone that took sleeping pills before realizing that they had a chance to bang a supermodel. This person will be filled with regrets as plans to get it up and carry out intercourse are crushed due to the surprise. L-tryptophan is considered an essential amino acid because the human body can't make it, and is used to treat some mental disorders to deal with mood swings.
You're tripping off a tryptophan in Switzerland just for asking to autograph a picture.
Fans that meet celebrities will often ask for an autograph, and Eminem has expressed in previous songs like The Way I Am about how he finds this annoying sometimes and is not afraid of getting called an asshole for turning down a fan seeking an autograph. But here, Eminem takes it further and gives this fan a continental spanning beatdown. In the next bars, Eminem's wordplay are centered on boxing-related words to describe how he's resilient in the rap game regardless of how many times critics have tried to bring him down. He'll always use these attacks from critics as an advantage to get back up and knock down the opposition.
But I'd have to be Dracula's sidekick to be down for the count.
To be down for the count in boxing, for instance, is to be defeated by being knocked down to the ground and unable to rise within 10 seconds. And Eminem plays on this saying by stating that the only way he can be down for the count is if he's Dracula's sidekick. Count Dracula is the title character of Bram Stoker's 1897 novel, Dracula. And Eminem plays on the name Count Dracula to describe how he's only loyal to someone in his corner, since to be down for someone is to be there for someone no matter what. It describes loyalty to someone, and in this case, Eminem plays on this to suggest that he can never be defeated, and the only time you can suggest that he's down is when referring to him being down as loyalty, like being down for Dr. Dre for instance. And in I Need a Doctor, Eminem referred to himself as Dr. Dre's sidekick. And the final beats of Eminem's verse is Eminem summarizing the reactions of fans and critics after his Kamikaze album dropped. Fans were like, wow, and critics were shocked. It brought the rain down in a drought without clouds to show any signs that he was dropping down. This was a great start for Eminem, and I can't wait to see more in 2019. And if you'd like to support the channel, consider donating to our PayPal at the link in the description. Thanks for watching, feel free to add to this, leave your thoughts below in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this.